Okay, so with this, I'm happy to announce the next speaker, who is Yumi Sakemi from faraway Tokyo, from Fujitsu Labs, and she's going to talk about a project report on solving discrete logarithm problems with auxiliary input. So, welcome.
Thank you for introduction. I'm Yumi Sakemi from Fujitsu Laboratory, Japan. I'm very glad to talk at the ECC workshop. Thank you for inviting me. Today, I will talk about project report on solving discrete logarithm problems with auxiliary input. Recently, elliptic curve crypto systems are widely used as one of the standardized public key crypto systems. For example, a Blu-ray disc, BlackBerry, and digital TV use ECC. The security of ECC is assured by the infeasibility of elliptic curve discrete logarithm problem. Let us denote a point on an elliptic curve by G and an additive cyclic group generated by G with prime order R by both G. Then, ECDLP is a problem to find X from G and X times G. As the best algorithms for solving ECDLP, square root methods are known. There is a BSGS method and row method. This table shows the comparison between BSGS method and row method. The time complexity of both algorithms requires about square root of order R. Compared to row method, BSGS method have two benefits that a solution can be deterministically fine and the implementation of BSGS method is easy. On the other hand, compared to BSGS method, row method has the benefit that the required storage size is much smaller than that of BSGS method. On the other hand, recently, new crypto systems with new functions, such as identity-based encryption and broadcast encryption, have been constructed with pairing. The security of these crypto systems is assured by the infeasibility of new mathematical problems. For example, Bonnet-Franklin IBE uses bilinear Diffie-Hellman problem, and Bonnet-Gentry-Waters broadcast encryption uses F bilinear Diffie-Hellman exponent problem like this. As a generalization of this mathematical problem, ECDLP WAI is proposed by Professor Chon. ECDLP with auxiliary input is a problem to find X from G, X times G, this power of X times G, and integer D dividing R minus 1. For solving ECDLP WAI, Professor Chong also proposed a novel algorithm. In my talk, this algorithm is called Chon's algorithm. Chon's algorithm uses BSGS method or row method as a subroutine. The time complexity of Chon's algorithm is given like this, and it depends on parameter D. So, especially when parameter d can be chosen as square root of order r. The time complexity becomes fourth root of order r. For example, when we used a 160-bit elliptic curve, solving ECDLP requires about 2 to 80 group operation. On the other hand, Chern's algorithm only requires 2 to 40 group operations for solving ECDLP WAI. Then, among the problem for pairing-based crypto systems, L type of mathematical problem uses auxiliary input, so Chern's algorithm can solve this mathematical problem. Furthermore, a certain type of ECDLP can be solved by Chern's algorithm. In detail, Chern's algorithm can solve ECDLP in ECC that static Diffie-Hellman oracle exists in. For example, in Elgamal encryption scheme and for the Kaitsky key retrieval scheme, a static Diffie-Hellman oracle is available. In static Diffie-Hellman oracle, when we input a point p, then x times p is returned. So, by executing the oracle calls, we can obtain auxiliary input. This power of x times g can be obtained. Then, by using Chern's algorithm, a known parameter x can be obtained. So, in this framework, the ECDLP can be solved by Chern's algorithm. So, it is very important to evaluate the infeasibility of ECDLP WAI. However, for solving ECDLP WAI, there are little experimental results. Although there are many theoretical and experimental results for solving all the mathematical problems, such as factorization problem, DLP, and ECDLP. So, in our project, we evaluate the infeasibility of ECDLP WAI by implementing Chern's algorithm. And I also research accelerating pairing and scalar multiplication on pairing-friendly curve. Implementation of Chern's algorithm is a good fit to my research area. Okay. This slide shows outline of our project. Since 60-bit ECDLP WAI have been solved by Yao and Yoshida. So we try to larger ECDLP WAI. First, we try to solve 128-bit ECDLP WAI by implementing Chern's algorithm with BSGS method, because the implementation of BSGS method is easy and the solution can be found deterministically. Then, experimental results in chapter 1, we found that BSGS method will not work when the order R becomes larger. So, in chapter 2, we implement Chern's algorithm with Low method. And then, In chapter 3, we try to solve 160-bit ECTL PWAI. And finally, from the experimental result in chapter 3, we estimate the maximum size of order R that can be solved by Chon's algorithm. Okay, I explain Chon's algorithm. Let G1 be x times G and GD by x to D times G. We input G, G1, GD, and then Chon's algorithm outputs X. A goal of Chon's algorithm is to find an integer K satisfies this condition for generator zeta instead of finding X directly. Then, for obtaining K, Chon's algorithm finds K1 and K2 in 2 steps. In detail, step 1 finds K1 satisfies this condition from GD and G. And then, using K1, G1 and G, step 2 finds K2 satisfies this condition. BSGS method or row method is used in each step. BSGS approach of BSGS method was proposed by Shanks in 1972. Let m be square root of order R, then X is represented like this by Y and Z. Then Y and Z are uniquely determined. And let J1 be X times Z. Y and Z satisfies this condition. A goal of BSGS method is to find Y and Z satisfy this condition instead of finding X. For obtaining Y and Z, we generate these 2 databases and found point satisfy this condition by comparing among 2 databases. And the complexity of baby step and giant step method is given like this. Let us consider the problem to find X from G and X times G. Here, X equal to 96 and R equal to 100. In this case, exhaustive search requires 50 evaluations on average. On the other hand, BSGS method only requires at most 20 evaluations by finding I and J satisfies this condition. In detail, baby step computes 96 times G, 95 times G to 87 times G according to this calculation and stored them in database. And then giant step similarly generates 10 times G, 20 times G to 90 times G according to this calculation and stored them in another database. Then we compare among these databases, and then solution X is obtained like this. When we apply BSGS method to step 1, from GD and G, from GD and G, we find U1 and B1 satisfy this condition. In detail, baby step and giant step generates these points and store them in each databases. For generating databases, Jones algorithm iterates scalar multiplication for same point. So, pre-computing table technique can be efficiently applied. This improvement was proposed by Kozaki, Kutsuma, Matsuo. Note that in the case of ECDLP, KKM method is not required because in the case of ECDLP, next point is calculated by only one group operation. For calculating scalar multiplication S times P, in general, order log R group operations are required. In this technique, we first pre-compute a part of scalar multiplication and store them in table. And then, using this table, the number of group operations can be reduced to a few group operations. After generating databases, we need to compare two databases. For comparing these databases, we apply bucket sorting because the size of databases becomes too large. In this approach, the database is dividing into smaller databases according to the value of upper 8-bit in element data. Then we compare among small databases. So the number of comparisons becomes like this. In addition, parallelization can be efficiently applied. Okay, I will show some experimental results. Target elliptic curve is used in TinyTate library. TinyTate library is a pairing-based cryptographic library for embedded systems. And the order R becomes 128-bit integer, and parameter D becomes 64-bit integer. And this is ideal for adversaries. In addition, parameter D1 and D2 used in step 1 and step 2 becomes 32-bit respectively. In this experiment, we used one PC. This infinity mark is my company's logo. Okay, this table shows the experimental result. Required time on a single core becomes 132 hours in total, and required storage size becomes 246 gigabyte. Using this experimental result, we estimate the required time and required storage size when the order R becomes larger. As shown in this table, required time is not problematic when R becomes larger. However, required storage size will be beyond 2 terabyte if R is 140 bit. So, in such a case, BSGS method will not work. Okay, in chapter 1, we solved a 128-bit ECDLP WAI by BSGS method. And we found that BSGS method will not work when the order R becomes larger. So, in chapter 2, we implement row algorithm for same ECDLP WAI. I will explain row method on step 1 in Chon's algorithm. Step 1 of Chon's algorithm, find partial solution K1 satisfies this condition for GD and G. Approach of row method was proposed by Pollard. A goal of row method in step 1 is to find U and V satisfy this condition anyway instead of finding K1. Since GD is given like this, this condition is satisfied. Then K1 is given like this. In this case, U and V can be probabilistically found by generating these points for GD and G by random walk function. Here, function f is defined like this. And note that a collision among points generated by same initial point like this cannot find U and V, although in ECDLP such a collision can find the solutions. Based on the birthday paradox, complexity becomes like this. Okay, I will explain the more details of row method. First, from an initial point GD, we generate blue points by using the random walk function. Similarly, we generate red points from we randomly generate red points by using the random walk function like this. Then, if we find crowded points satisfies this condition among blue points and red points, the partial solution value K1 is obtained. To reduce the required storage size, we can efficiently apply distinguished element technique. A distinguished element is a point the x-coordinate is divisible by a certain integer theta. This technique only stored only store distinguished element in database, so space complexity can be reduced like this. In detail, a distinguished element is blue points and red points, and gray points is not distinguished element. Gray points are not stored in database, so the required storage size can be reduced dramatically. Okay. We introduce problems in law method. There are two problems in law method. Problem 1 is that random walk function FGD outputs same points in database for GD. And problem 2 is that random walk function does not output next point. In this case, since the number of points does not increase, we cannot find a collision. These problems also exist in random walk function FG. The reason is because random walk function randomly generates points, so a collision is occurred in points generated by GD. In detail, a cause of problem 1 is a collision occurred in blue points, and that of problem 2 is a collision occurred in gray points. This collision is especially called fruitless cycle. So, to avoid this problem, we need to implement feature that if a collision in points by GD is detected, reset the initial point. For problem 1, if random walk function outputs same point, we can detect the problem 1. Then, if random walk function FGD does not output in some intervals, we can detect a problem 2. The target elliptic curve is same as first experiment. This table shows the experimental result. Required time of law method becomes 135 hours, and required storage size becomes 0.5 megabyte. Using this experimental result, we compare with BSGS method. Compared to BSGS method, the calculation time is almost same. On the other hand, compared to required storage size of BSGS method, that of law method is much smaller. So you can find that the law algorithm can dramatically reduce the required memory. Okay. In chapter 3, we challenge to solve 160-bit with law method. In this case, there is a difficulty that time complexity becomes too large. For solving 160-bit ECDL-PWAI, estimated cost becomes 1,440 days on a single core. So we need a solving system for large-scale parameters. In this system, parallelization needs to be available, and the system needs to have high scalability because we need to use many PCs. This is an image of parallelization. First, we prepare some initial point for GD and G like this. And then we calculate blue points and red points by using random walk function for this initial point. And then a collision can be found by comparing two databases. But there is a problem in parallelization that a collision occurred in one side of database. In this case, this collision is shown like this. In this case, the number of points does not increase. We cannot find a collision. So we also implement the feature that if we detect a collision in one side of database, reset the initial point. This is the grand design of the solving system. In this system, we aimed at high scalability, so we adapted the HTTP protocol over proxy server for communication between server and client. So any laboratory or universities or cloud computing resources can be easily added to our system at any time. This is the construction of our system. The features of our system is summarized like this. In our system, a parallelization of random walk function is available. And we easily added the PC to the system. In addition, our system can be used for solving ECDLP. A target elliptic curve in this experiment is BN curve. BN curve is ordinary pairing friendly elliptic curve. The order of is 160-bit integer. And in this case, a parameter D becomes 84-bit integer. And this is ideal for adversaries. This is picture of our system. Although any computing resources can be joined to the system, but we didn't try it. Okay. This table shows the experimental results. We have, as a result, we have successfully solved 160-bit ECDLP WAI in 25 days. In detail, step 1, the calculation time of step 1 becomes 7 days with 8 PCs. And it is estimated to cost 224 days on single core. And step 1 required 18 days with using many PCs, and it is estimated to cost 1,090 days on a single core, and the total calculation time becomes 1,314 core days. Okay. Using the experimental result in chapter 3, we estimate the maximum size of order R that that can be solved by Chon's algorithm. Let us consider the monetary cost for solving ECDLP WAI. For solving 160-bit ECDLP WAI, 1,314 core days is required. So it is estimated to cost $2,810 in Amazon EC2. So if we can invest $1 million, 204-bit ECDLP WAI can be solved. In PKC 2012, we reported that it was estimated to 192-bit, but it is 10-bit larger. The reason is because Amazon EC2 price becomes cheaper. And furthermore, we estimate the calculation time when we use supercomputer K. K is supercomputer that my company Fujitsu developed. If we can use supercomputer K, 160-bit ECDLP WAI becomes 1 minute. But hardware is too expensive. Okay, using the monetary cost of in Amazon EC2, we estimate the impact on Bonnet, Gentry, and Waters broadcast encryption. This scheme uses L bilinear Diffie-Hellman exponent problem. In this scheme, a public key is constructed like this. And here, L denotes the number of receiver. In this case, if parameter D is smaller than 2 times L, the auxiliary input, this power of x times g, exists in public keys. So, in this case, Chon's algorithm can be solved. This can be solved the L bilinear Diffie-Hellman exponent problem. So, to avoid Chon's algorithm, we should be parameter D can be chosen satisfies parameter D is smaller than D is larger than 2 times L. Okay. This figure shows the solver range within $2,810. In this case, we can solve 160-bit ECDLP WAI like this. In this case, to avoid Chon's algorithm, the number of receivers should be chosen smaller than 2 to 80. Then, if we can use $1 million, we can reduce the parameter D to 2 to 58. So the number of receivers should be chosen smaller than 2 to 58. Okay, let us consider the protocol with static Diffie-Hellman oracle again. In the case of 160-bit elliptic curve, since our system is available for Chon's algorithm, whose complexity is 2 to 41, the number of oracle calls becomes 2 to 80. So it is difficult to obtain this power of x times g. On the other hand, if we can use $1 million, Chon's algorithm, whose complexity is 2 to 51, can be executed. So the number of queries can be reduced to 2 to 58. So I think the 160-bit ECDLP could be solved in the not so distant future in this framework. This is the summary of our project. Finally, future works. First future work is compare the fruitless cycles of row method for ECDLP and that for ECDLP WAI. The fruitless cycles of row method in Chon's algorithm is theoretically interesting. Second future work is to evaluate securities of pairing-based cryptographies with other mathematical problems experimentally. In our project, the target of mathematical problems is this area. So we want to expand the evaluating area like this. Final future work is to break the record for solving ECDLP by using our solving system. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much for the talk. Other questions?
Thank you. Your algorithm, your Pollard algorithm, is what I would call the one with the tame and the wild. You need a collision from the one list and the other list, and you said that it's bad to have collisions in the same list. So the same probability theory says you only expect on average one collision within the same list before you get a collision between the two lists. So it shouldn't make very much difference to your algorithm. Yeah, well, you had the parallel row method, and you had the two tables. Yeah, that's it. Yep, good. The bad collision, the bad collision inside the same table. The expected number of such collisions is 1.
So you will have one bad collision and then one good one. It's twice the time.
You mean that the number of a bad collision we did not verify details. I'm sorry.